Cast an eagle eye over this quiet street in Buckinghamshire and it seems like any other suburban cul-de-sac. But Ryan's Mount in Marlow is special. It's one of just 11 streets in the UK where residents are helping road test the streets of the future with electric cars. One of those is retiree Richard Pepperell. Along with 10 neighbours, for the next 18 months he'll be driving an EV, renting at the discounted sum of £100 a month. Just a fortnight after he got the keys to his new motor, how has he found it? What do people say to you when you tell them that you drive an EV?
Yes, I love that when I offer it. I tell people, don't wait for them to ask. Their perception is quite a small, boxy little two-seater, like a smart car, or even not as good as a smart car. And when they see it, they say, oh, that's a normal-looking car. I said, yeah, it's a 5-door hatchback, and you can get enormous amount of luggage in there. They're a bit surprised at the performance, and yeah, it's all very exciting.
In your day-to-day life, has it changed the way? Do you have to think about, I've got to put it on to charge, or maybe I don't want to?
No,
no.
I would
no change?
I don't think it's changed my lifestyle whatsoever. I pull it, park it at home. You have to remember to plug it in, but that's not a big issue. You just plug it in, and just before you leave the house, you have to unplug it. But there again, you don't have to. Each time you're doing lots of short journeys, you could probably get away with plugging in it weekly.
Along with his neighbours, Richard's charging will be monitored by engineers to help them work out how much power electric cars need and when they need it. Crucially, they are also checking if it's possible to adjust when the cars charge if that electricity is needed elsewhere, using a scheme called Esprit. How does Esprit work?
So Esprit is actually looking at the amount of capacity on an individual cable, and it then sends a signal down the cable to the charging points. So it'll actually just be near one of these charging points. And it actually, at the point when the network is running out of capacity, it sends a signal to these charging points, just say, can you just back off for half an hour at a time? And it randomly allocates that in order to make sure that cars still get charged, but that is moved around so it's not all charging at the same time as we're all going inside and cooking our dinner.
Our existing power network hasn't changed much since the 1930s. So will electric cars slot into it easily? I put the question to energy company SSE, which has a hand in the My Electric Avenue scheme. So surely the network, with all of this masses of extra infrastructure, the solar panels, electric cars all switching on at the same time and charging, it's just going to crumble, isn't it?
No, the network's pretty robust. We designed it, I'm a power engineer, we design it to make it robust. The last thing we want to happen is the network crumble. So I believe we've got time. You saw from the graphs today that it's going to take time for electric cars to be a commonplace on the streets. PVs are we're starting to see that in the networks now, but we've got time.
So they're confident of overcoming the technical challenge, but what about changing the minds of the doubters who Richard came across? The My Electric Avenue scheme is pleased to have 11 streets taking part, but originally more than 300 people wanted to convert their neighbours to go electric too, and they struggled to drum up the necessary 10 residents needed to take it forward. It seems convincing more streets like Ryan's Mount will be the next step before electric cars really take flight in Britain. Vicky Ellis, Energy Live News, Buckinghamshire.